In present-day demon society, the designated Demon King Academy trains young demons descended from the Demon King's bloodline, waiting for the Demon King to reincarnate. Soon new students Endos Volgard and Mission Necron are bullied by Zephyr's Indo, an arrogant royal. Endos, who is secretly the reincarnated Demon King, easily humiliates him by repeatedly killing him and resurrecting Zephyrus until he surrenders. Enos invites Misha to his home, where it's explained by Enos' parents that he used his magic to rapidly age. Enos is accosted by Zephyrus and his brother Leo Rick, who explains that nobles and royals ensure their supremacy by secretly murdering any hybrid born with powerful magic. Lyric then murders Zephyrus for humiliating the family. However, Enos is unaffected by Lyric's magic, explaining that as their founding ancestor, he is the origin of their magic. He then defeats Lyric by summoning Zephyrus as a vengeful zombie. Victorious, Enos fully resurrects Zephyrus and Leo and decides he will regain his throne as the Demon King. The next day, Enos receives the student crest, which identifies him as the most powerful new student, but also a total misfit. 2,000 years ago, Enos, child of war, made a deal with the human hero Canon to sacrifice his life to separate the demon, human, spirit, and god realms for 1,000 years so peace could flourish. In the present, Enos learns that he was deemed a misfit because the history of the Demon King has been grossly misinterpreted. He proves his intelligence by correcting the spell of his teacher Amelia Ludwell, doubling his power. He then proves his power by overwhelming Sasha Necron, Misha's arrogant sister, with her own spell. In the team exam, Sasha challenges Enos to a duel. If Sasha loses, she will join Enos' team, but if Enos loses, he will become a slave. Enos easily wins by using his immense physical strength and overwhelming magic. After Sasha unwillingly agrees to join his team, Enos reveals that it went easy on her because Michelle loves Sasha and wanted to be on the same team as her. Plus, he thinks her demon eyes are beautiful. After introducing Sasha to his parents, who are shocked that he brought two girls home, Sasha secretly thanks Enos for helping her reconcile her difficult relationship with Misa and kisses him. Ivy's Necron, one of the 7 elder demons emperors Enos graded from his blood, now runs the academy as the 7 demons. Enos realizes Ivy's does not remember him, so he attempts to send Ivy's back in time to revive his memories. However, Ivy's decides to remain neutral. For the next academy challenge, students are told to collect magical item from castle, which is actually Enos' home from 2,000 years ago. He decides to collect the scepter at the lowest level. After collecting the scepter, he allows Misha to take one of his personal items, the Phoenix Robe, for Sasha's birthday to enhance her flame magic. However, Sasha stabbed Misha and claimed she was never their ally but was waiting for a chance to betray them. Enos claimed she was lying since a demonic eye should have activated under intense emotion, but they did not. Sasha flees with the robe and scepter, claiming she hates Misha. Misha admits to Enos that she will disappear the moment she and Sasha turns 15, and the person he thinks of Misha doesn't actually exist. When Sasha was a fetus, Eva split her into 2 babies, and when they turned 15, they will fuse into a single more powerful demon. Enos catches up with Sasha, who reveals she actually wants to save Misha. Enos reveals that if he sends them back in time, they can fuse with their unborn fetus, so they will be born as true twin sisters. Enos is then stabbed by Ivis. Enos activates the time spell only to be blocked by Hugo Laravice, the guardian god of time. Fusing himself with Ivis, he simply kills Enos. However, Enos reappears unharmed, and then he sends Sasha and Misha to fuse with their born selves. He then destroys Ivis. After resurrecting Ivis, Enos returns all his unaltered memories, revealing that Ivis only betrayed him because his memories have been altered by someone working for Alva's behavior. Sasha and Misha returns now as true sisters despite having saved Misha and altering the past. Enos naturally decides to return his scepter to get a perfect score for the academy challenge. He also gives Misha a ring from his collection to enhance her magic along with the Phoenix Robe he gave to Sasha. In the past, a swordsman Shin Regalia won a great victory for Enos and was granted the ability to reincarnate. In the present, Emilia announced that a royal student famous for his sword skill is transferring into the academy. Miss Lorigo informs Enos that she is a Unitarian. Enos is intrigued to learn that Mahes Baran, another elder demon emperor, is a Unitarian. Enos learns that Misha's royal father has not spoken to her in years. Enos decides to let Misha and her Unitarian classmates join his team if they prove themselves. The academy begins magic sword lessons where Enos and transfer student Lake Lansdale are the only ones strong enough to wield magic sword. Lei asks to join Enos' team, disregarding his own royal status. Then Enos refuses and tells Lei and Misa to challenge him in the next team exam duel. Misa and Sasha defeat Misa and the Unitarian. Enos holds his own against Lei using just the tree branch, while Lei starts to remember having dueled Enos before. Enos finally claims victory and suspects Lei is a reincarnation of someone from his former life. Lei promised to defeat Enos in the next duel. After the duel, Enos invites Lei and Misa to his home along with Sasha and Misha for dinner. There he welcomes Lei and Nisa to his team while his parents enthusiastically celebrate his victory. At school, Amelia announced that 2 students have been chosen as competitors in the Magic Sword exam tournament, Lei and Enos. Enos suspects there's some kind of ulterior motive. Later, Enos meets with Melius Burner, one of the 7 elder demons, who claims that he believes that his memory will erase at some point. He is confident that Enos is the demon king of tyranny. Through his gratitude to Misha, Enos takes her on an outing. During the outing, Abyss, using the disguise of a cafe cat, tells Enos that someone above Mel Hayes is actually in control of the Unitarians. On the day of the tournament, Ibis tells Enos some more information that he has uncovered. As such, Enos decides not to participate. However, after he realizes how much his parents believe in him, Enos changes his mind and takes on the previous tournament winner, Crude Lodowell. Enos easily defeats Crude, which angers Amelia. This is followed by Lei winning his match backstage. Enos and Lei confront each other and Enos notices something is wrong. After he wins his next match, Enos gives his mother a sword. He and Misa then head to the hospital. There they meet Lei's adoptive mother Sheila, who has spirit disease. She reveals that Lei is being controlled by the royalists. Afterward, Misa volunteers to help her. Meanwhile, Amelia attacks Enos' mother and the Unitarian classmates when they refuse to give her the sword. When Enos arrives, he frees Amelia and then heals all the girls and his mother. He angrily teleports Amelia to the arena where he stabs her with a sword before killing her. Back at the hospital, Lei stops Misa to protect her life force. Then has a conversation with Sheila where she tells him to live his life the way he wants to. Lei leaves before Enos can return. The next day, Enos and Lei face each other in the finals. Before the duel commences, special rules implemented that impact both Lei and Sheila. Lei praises Enos for his ability to fight despite his magic being drained. However, he decides to fight on his own terms, which allows them to go all out. Ultimately, Enos is victorious. It is then revealed that Melius was the mastermind behind the tournament. Enos is challenged by Mehai's Goris, Enzim, and Idol Aizo. However, Lei takes out Gaius on Idol. When confronted, Melhais reveals that he has Sheila, which causes Lei to leave the dimensional prison to save her. The confident Melhais heads to an absolute space where he attacks Enos and Lei. Sheila becomes a sword which Lei uses to slash the absolute space. Enos then confronts his stone Melhais where he frees him from his brainwashing. Returning to the arena, Enos is declared the winner of the tournament. After healing Lei, Ene resurrects Sheila, revealing that her true form was a sword. Afterwards, Sasha gives Enos a sword as a commemorative gift. In the past, Enos told Canon that he wanted to end the war. However, he was forced to injure Durga during a confrontation. Present, the students are told they will have an inter-academic classes in the human realm. Enos, Misha, Sasha, Lei, and Misa have a training match during the study hall. Later that day, Enos has a conversation with Melhais. Afterwards, he gives Lei a sword that belongs to someone he knew. 3 weeks later, after the student heads to the garage for the inter-academic classes, Enos teleports everyone to the city. He and Sasha then heads to the Hero Academy in Atlanta. There they meet Eleanor Burns, a 3rd-year student. She escorts them inside the academy. When Sasha calls out the inaccuracy of Canon's victory over the Demon King of Tyranny, Enos stops her. Afterwards, Eleanor tells them about Yoga Canon, an elite class of reincarnated heroes. They then meet 2 students, Leonardo Canon Asian and Laos Canon Guilford, who claim to be Canon's reincarnation, which Enos doubts. After he easily defeats Laos, Eleanor tells him that Canon was murdered 2000 years ago by a human. Inside the Hero Academy, Reverse N, a 3rd-year student, confronts Enos about how he doesn't recognize him as the reincarnated Demon King. During this first day of the inter-academic classes, a demonstration of reincarnation is held. The Hero Academy's representative, Leonardo, easily performs the task, while the Revis struggles to do so. Enos then reveals that the Hero Academy rigged the demonstration. Later that night, Ivis tells Enos that some new information he uncovered during his investigation. Afterwards, Enos heads to the festival with Misha and Sasha, where they see Lei and Misa are on a date. The next day, the inter-academy exam begins at Lake Simon. When Enos offers to take the exam, Revis decides that he wanted to do it instead. During the exams, Revi's team struggles against the Hero Academy student. It is revealed that the Hero Academy has cheated by having holy water mixed in with the lake water to weaken the demons. Once he rescues Revi's team, Enos uses a spell to evaporate the lake, then challenges the Hero Academy student during the next round of the inter-academy exams. Enos' team noticed that the Hero Academy students have put up a barrier that is enhancing their power. Misfit decides to build a castle in the center of it. Enos then encounters another student who was supposedly Kano's reincarnation, Nizesha Kanan Zisekai. Meanwhile, Sasha and Lei challenge and defeat Laos and Kanborg respectively. Afterwards, Enos takes on Leonardo and Zecha, where the city gives them their energy in order to empower them. However, Enos counters it using the energy of his Unitarian classmates. Everyone then hears a mysterious voice telling the students to kill the demon. Despite Enos' warning, Zecha unleashes a source explosion. Later, Eleanor asks Enos to head to the shrine. Misa heads to the shrine where she runs into a furious Diego Cannon and Jessica, director of the Hero Academy. When Enos arrives, he stops Diego from brainwashing the students. Afterwards, Eleanor reveals the truth about the creation of the Hero Academy. The students and the origins of the voice she had previously heard are existence and how Cannon was killed. Just as Enos is about to grant Eleanor's wish, they are confronted by a clone of Diego. Suddenly, three of the elder demon emperors shows up with the mysterious figure who claims to be Elvos. Elvos taunts Enos before he leaves. A few days later, Elvos declares war against humans. Meanwhile, Enos has a meeting with the remaining elder demon emperors. There, his friends vow to help him. Later, while his friend takes on Elvos' forces, Enos decides to confront Elvos by himself. When he does, it is revealed that Lei was masquerading as Elvos, as he is the reincarnation of Canon. Lei reveals to Honos the truth as why he rewrote the history following his death. Afterwards, Enos challenges Lei to a fight. During the fight, Enos takes out 6 of Lei's 7 swords. However, Enos allows Lei to defeat him in order to stop the hatred of demons. Refusing to accept the outcome, Diego tells Zisha clones to self-destruct. While Eleanor tries to reason with him, Joga arrives in the form of sacred magic. He is then confronted by Lei and defuse Misha and Sasha. When Jogging attempts to once again have the Zisha clones self-destruct, he is stopped by Enos. Jogo decides to forcefully drain the hope of the city in order to transform, while his friend rally behind him. Enos tells Joga that the world is at peace now. When he refuses to believe this, he is cut down by Lei and Enos. Just before Joga dies, Enos reincarnates him. After the battle, Enos reunites with Misha and Sasha. Lei unites with Misa, and Eleanor becomes Enos' magic. After the battle was over, everyone then heads back home to the demon realm. And that's the end of the video. Please, if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, because I'll be uploading more anime videos just like this. So see you next time.